Amigos, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to share with you how to make a tomato sauce from fresh tomato. That is a wonderful recipe. It's easy, you need a few ingredients, and when you try this tomato sauce you will never go back to a canned tomato. That is very easy, it's simple. I mean, it takes time, I'm not going to lie you, but you know the good things always take a little bit of time, but you won't regret making that tomato sauce. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I do recipes like this all the time, and I would like you to become to my family for my channel, my YouTube channel. You know, it's such a difference between using a fresh tomato sauce than using a canned, and also you can add any herbs that you would like. It's more taste and and have the flavor, and the good thing is you can freeze it, so always you can have a tomato sauce fresh. As always, all the ingredients will be listed at the end of this video. Los ingredientes en español los encontrarás debajo en la descripción de este video. For that recipe, for the tomato sauce, I'm going to use, of course, olive oil. I have one big onion, salt, garlic, bay leaf, and of course the tomatoes. I have oregano. For the part of the herbs, I always make it with oregano, just oregano, but feel free to use another herb that you have, fresh or dry. Even basil, you can use thyme, you can add more pepper, but I like it to use it with oregano. For the tomatoes, I bought fresh tomatoes. Those ones are from Florida. They are you see that they're very big and very ripe. Because that recipe, the base are fresh tomatoes. Please buy one fresh tomatoes that are really ripe and reddish. Use a plum tomatoes, that is fine. The only thing I have done with my tomatoes is I just cut, the round thing, and I just cut it in pieces. Here in total I have like 1.5 kilos, that is like 3 pounds of tomatoes, but you use it as many as you want. We start adding some olive oil in my pan. I mean, like, to cover the bottom of the pan, and that is also depend how many onions and tomatoes we are using. You see that my onions are cut, in squares, or you can chop it. When my onions start to be soft, I'm going to add my garlic. Here I have 3 garlic. Onions are start to get soft. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of Pimenton, Dulce. When you add Pimenton, you have to be careful because it can burn. So I just mix it really well, just for a second, and now I add all my tomatoes. That has the skin and the seed on, but as I told you before, feel free to peel it and seedless, depend on the texture or how you want them. I'm going to put salt, of course, to taste. I'm going to put, when I cook with fresh tomatoes, use a little bit of salt, sugar, sorry, to to balance the acidity of the tomatoes. Also depends on how sweet are the tomatoes that you're using. 2 bay leaf, and now I'm going to use oregano. I have always made it with oregano because that is how I like it, and I think we use it more. But feel free to use basil or another, you crush it a little bit, the oregano. That everything is in my pan, and that it have to be cooking. So I close it, my lid, I lower the heat, and I leave it there cooking. So like at least 40 minutes. So having like 50 minutes, I just move, turn around a little bit my tomato, and I just crush it, a little bit, so they get all the flavor, and smash a little bit the tomatoes. Okay, that have been cooking around 40 minutes. So you see the consistency. I cover it. If you want to be thicker, you open the lid, so you know it evaporates, so it gets thicker. But I didn't want it to have it that, you know, consistency. So I'm going to try to see how it is. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more of sugar because you can feel it, the acidity of the tomato, and I don't want it, but you know, if you like more acidity, feel free. I'm going to add a little bit more of oregano. Like this. Now I'm going to uncover because I think it's very liquidy for 5-10 minutes, and then we start to make the sauce. The sauce is done. I'm going to pass it through the food mill. If you don't want, or you don't have a food mill and you want to use the sauce straight from the pot, what you have to do is just peel the tomatoes before start using make the sauce, and take the seed out, so you skip the mill. But you know, I have the mill. I think in all the Spanish houses we have a mill. I like it, this consistency of that sauce. Here we have our wonderful tomato sauce. Tomato sauce also gets thicker when it cools down. That tomato sauce will be perfect for meatballs, for lasagna, for pasta, for a stew, with the rice, you know, a rice and a fried egg, how we eat it in Spain, and with fresh tomato sauce. You can, you know, make anything you would like, so you have it and you don't have to use a canned tomato, and that is more rich in flavor, and also you can customize as the herbs you would like it. Also, I told you that you can freeze it, and here I have a can to freeze it. The only thing you have to make sure when you freeze it is you have to leave a space, because that expands, and if not, you can break the jar. And it has to be completely cooled down before you freeze it, and then you just label it and you have it in the freezer. Another tip, you can freeze it in ice cube. Then you just take an ice cube and you will put it in your stew or in your pasta, and that is ready. Video of this week. I hope you have enjoyed my tomato sauce. Let me know in your comment which type of herbs, if you make it like this, how do you use it. I hope you have enjoyed. If so, please thumb up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. You get always recipes, you know, from my country of origin, Spain. And I hope you have a super wonderful day. I see you next time. Bye bye.